The king grew tired of the palace food. He ordered the chef to prepare a dish he had never tasted before. The chef racked his brain, cooking dish after dish to please the king, but the king still couldn't bring himself to eat. When the chef presented the 13th dish, the king became furious and warned him, "If you don't make a dish I like, I'll have your head." The chef, feeling both sad and terrified, thought his head might roll at any moment, so he quietly grabbed a piece of black bread and sneaked out of the palace that very night. The next day, when the king was preparing for lunch, he realized no food was being brought to him. He ordered the guards to search the palace, but the chef was nowhere to be found. Furious, the king thought, that hateful chef dared to run away. Is he the only person in the kingdom who hasn't had lunch yet? So the king gathered the guards, and, hungry, rode out on horseback to chase the escaping chef. In the forest, the king saw the chef lying in a tree feeding birds. He ordered the chef to come down immediately. The chef remained motionless, pretending to be dead. Furious, the king ordered his soldiers to chop down the tree, but the soldiers only made half-hearted attempts, clearly not putting in any effort. They all felt sorry for the chef, knowing that if the king caught him, he would certainly be executed. And, secretly, the chef had been sending the dishes the king didn't like to the hard-working soldiers. The king, watching the soldiers chop for a long time, without even breaking the bark, snatched the axe from them and began chopping fiercely. It turned out the king was quite the expert at chopping trees. The chef, seeing the king's fierce determination, trembled in fear, and his bundle fell to the ground. Curious, the king asked what it was. The soldiers cut a piece and explained it was poor people's black bread. The king took a bite and his eyes immediately lit up. He had never tasted anything so delicious in his life. He then said to the chef, "Come down, I'll forgive you. You never told me you could make such tasty food." The chef finally climbed down from the tree. From then on, he became the king's most trusted chef, because every meal he prepared was always served with the king's favorite black bread.